Hi, my name is Jordan Lamb, and this is speech number 4 for Communications 101, Persuasive Speech. Hi, I want to talk to you guys today about something that I've become pretty passionate about over the last couple of years. It's creationism or evolution. Over the past several years, I have watched countless hours of seminars, DVDs, and read online and different books and stuff about how evolution is false, and people are actually proving it, basically, that there's no way it could have happened, how billions of years would have happened. So I'm going to show you today why I believe that way. There are two ways you can view the world. You have the creationist worldview and the evolutionist worldview. The evolutionist worldview believes that 20 billion years ago there was this big bang, and everything in the universe condensed into one spot and exploded, and that's how we have our planets and our solar systems, and that's how we are here today. They think that about 4.5 billion years ago the Earth formed, and then 3 billion years ago the first life came on Earth, and then over millions of years and billions of years of the rain on the Earth mixed with the rock and created this soup, and then this soup somehow came alive, and then it started producing and reproducing, and then now here we are today, humans. I find that to be absolutely ridiculous and not even believable in the slightest. I believe in creationism. I believe that in the beginning God created the earth, and that's how we're here. And He didn't create it in billions of years. He created it in 6 literal days. I believe that 6,000 years ago God created the heavens and the earth. 4,500 years ago there was a worldwide flood. 2,000 years ago Jesus was on the earth, and now here we are today. Now those are two completely different stories, and you cannot believe one, or you can't believe both. You can only believe one or the other. They do not mix together. I'm going to give you two definitions. The definition of religion from Webster's is a particular system of belief or worship built around God, moral ideas, a philosophy of life. The definition of science is knowledge made up of an orderly system of facts that have been learned from a study of an observation and experiments. So keep that in mind. Now there are 6 types of evolution. There's not just one type. You have cosmic evolution, the origin of time, space, and matter, the Big Bang. Now, can we see, test, or demonstrate the Big Bang? No. You're more than welcome to believe that, but you can't demonstrate it. It's not science. There's chemical evolution, where all the elements we have today fall from hydrogen and helium. Now, can you make all the elements from hydrogen and helium? Can you demonstrate that? No. Stellar evolution, how all the planets and stars formed. Now, have you ever seen a planet or a star form? No. We've only seen planets and stars blow up and die. Organic evolution, the origin of life from non-life. Have you ever seen a rock come alive, or something that was always dead come alive? No. How about macroevolution, changing from one kind of animal to a different kind of animal, or different species or something? No one's ever done that. The only thing we've ever done is microevolution, and that is one kind changing different within its kind. So one dog can be a different kind of dog, mixed breeding. That we can see, that we can produce, and that we can test. That is the only one out of the 6 that is real science. The rest are religious worldviews. I'm going to give you a few facts. The first is going to be population. This will blow your mind. There's 7 billion people on the earth. Now, that is not enough people for this earth to have been around for billions of years, only 7 billion people. Now, people say that it's maybe overcrowded. The earth is overcrowded, there's too many people. No. 7 billion people, they can fit inside the city limits of Jacksonville, Florida, comfortably. You think I'm lying? There's 25 billion square feet in Jacksonville, Florida, and only 7 billion people. Now, if man were on this earth for 3 billion years, that would be about 150,000 people per square inch on the earth. It makes no sense at all. Or the population growth rate right now is 1.7%. Encyclopedia Britannica in the 80s did a study. that if you drop that rate down to 0.5%, about 4,500 years ago, there had only been about a handful of people. Or they went even further to say, let's take it to 0.01% population growth rate. Go back 1 million years. If that was true, with that slow growth rate, there would be as many people as 10 to the 43rd power. 10 with 43 zeros following it. That is such baloney and is impossible, obviously. It's not science. There's a few other cool facts I want to show you. The planet Jupiter. Jupiter is cooling off fairly rapidly. It loses heat twice as fast as it gains heat. So, if you continuously lose heat, you become cold, right? Well, Jupiter is still really hot. Jupiter is 64,000 degrees Fahrenheit in the core. That is hotter than the surface of the sun. And the moon that orbits Jupiter is also extremely hot. There's no way it could have been billions of years old. If it was billions, it would have been cold and solid by now, but it's not, proving that evolution is not true. Saturn. Everybody's seen Saturn rings. Well, did you know that Saturn is losing its rings? The rings are slowly getting further and further away from Saturn. So, if Saturn's rings are getting further away, they used to be closer. But if you was to put billions of years in there, the rings would have been gone by now at the speed that they're expanding. But they're not. They're still there, which is another reason that the Earth and the universe is not billions of years old. Or the moon. You know what the official name of our moon is called? The moon. The moon causes our tides on the ocean. Well, if you was to because of the gravitational pull. But if you were to pull that moon closer, because did you know that the moon is actually getting further away from us? About a couple inches a day. But if you were to take billions of years and go back at that same rate, within 1 billion years, the waves on the Earth would be so large it would be flooding the entire Earth twice a day. Or 1.3 billion years, and the Earth and the moon would be touching. Impossible. Another reason why it's not billions of years old. This Big Bang, they say that everything in the universe came to this one little spot, spun around, and exploded. First off, where did all this everything in the universe come from? That they don't know. And then, if everything forms here and is spinning clockwise, and then explodes, the dispersion would be fairly even. But it's not. There's clusters of galaxies and stars and everywhere. Why is that? Or, if everything's spinning clockwise and it explodes, everything that comes off of that is also spinning clockwise, the same direction. But you find planets that are spinning backwards, moons that are orbiting its planets backwards, and some planets have two moons, going in opposite directions. That would make no sense at all if the Big Bang and evolution were true. I personally feel like I know why this happens, but no one wants to believe it. I believe that God did it to make evolution look stupid. And then the next couple of things are from the Earth. The Sahara Desert grows 4 miles a year from these winds, prevailing wind patterns. Now, if you was to go back 4 miles a year, give it about 4,000 years, and that's when the Sahara Desert started, approximately after the flood. Or the oldest tree isn't billions of years. The oldest tree is barely over 4,000 years, and that's the bristletone pine tree in California. So there are not billions of year old trees. Another reason why the Earth is not billions of years old. Hopefully I've explained to you guys and shown you plenty of facts, even though I had a short amount of time, but hopefully you can tell that evolution is false, and there is no possible way that could have been true. I have plenty of other information if you guys are interested in hearing more. Eric Hovind is one of the creation scientists. You have Kent Hovind, his dad. Both of them do awesome work and are great creation scientists. This is Eric Hovind's DVD. It's not copyrighted, and I can get you copies of that. Ken Ham is another one. He has Answers in Genesis. He has a bunch of tapes. But we all stand on the Word of God, that says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, not a big bang.